a fancy word for crown film. Well, first you write E, then two F's, then another E, then C. You are the man, with all the powers of the definite article.
Look at these old lights. And in a room we all use, too.
What are you, part moth?
That's not the kind of a light for a room like this. Why, the whole school spends most of its recreation time right here.
In the boiler?
We need better lights, and this is our chance to get them. If we can put this party across.
How to speak effectively.
In order to do that, we're going to have to write some pretty effective copy. So I wrote down these rules.
Oh, Jack, what do we need rules for?
For breaking,
Haven't we
dude.
spent enough time on this? Here, we have everything we need right here.
In the Quran.
The information on the different types of lighting.
Sexy light bulb catalog.
The principal's letter giving us permission to use the profits from our party to buy new lights. And the tickets.
Cool.
Bright Light Night.
Now streaming on
That's
Stars.
a good name for the party. It'll be easy to put that over. Come on, let's get busy and write.
No, I think Jack's right.
Who let a girl
What
in?
we say and how we say it is important. We'll have to sell a lot of tickets in order to pay for these new lights. So let's be sure we do it right.
But Alice, you have all the information you need for your poster, don't you?
Yes,
That's all I need, too.
Douche chills.
Boy, this technical information on lighting will make a wonderful news story.
Do you hear yourself?
Well, I guess it's all the information I'll need to write an announcement to be read in the homerooms, but
I'm Pete Holmes.
But are we sure this is accurate information?
Sure we are. We've checked it. It's accurate, all right.
It's accurate-ish.
Well, then I suppose we have material complete and accurate.
Like Mom used to make.
But according to these principles of effective writing we studied in English class, we can't stop there.
We gotta sex it up a bit.
Complete and accurate material. Well, that's all right.
Uh-huh.
Next, audience. Consider it.
Hey, he's talking about us.
Well, who is our audience?
Yoo-hoo, it me.
Who's going to read what we write? How can we interest them?
Also, who cares?
Oh, that's easy. Everybody will be interested in new lights. They all know how much we need more light. Why, just think who uses this room.
The dweebs and the losers and the lame wads and the goths and the theater
Lots of
kids
folks
and
use
Steve.
the arts and crafts bench. They'd certainly understand why we need new lights.
Hey, you gonna finish that marshmallow fluff?
And those who use the bookshelf. They'd be interested in helping to get better lights.
But how are they gonna read the story? It's a
And have you
catch-22.
ever seen anybody try to play the piano in this room? They'd want new lights. Why, everybody would.
Oh, Regina Spektor, come back.
I don't know, Clyde. Some just come here to sit and talk. And some don't use the social room at all. They probably haven't noticed the poor lights.
Yes. How can we interest them?
I see. Maybe we do have to consider our audience.
Okay, I did it.
Well, won't everybody be interested in Bright Light Night?
On HBO.
Yes, let's hope so. Then I guess we should consider the varied interests of our audience. They'll all enjoy the party, and some of them will want to help to get the new lights.
Others would probably settle for fixing the gas leak.
Purpose, be clear.
The hell does that mean?
Well, I guess we're all set.
All right.
Our purpose is to sell tickets for the Bright Light Night.
On
Let's
NBC.
get to work.
Not so fast, Jack.
This is my
Our
scoop,
purpose was
see?
to buy new lights.
No, our writing is to make the party a success.
That's right, but we wouldn't have any party except for
Maybe you're both right. What do you think of this?
Not now, Alice.
Our purpose now is to get people to buy tickets for Bright Light Night.
On
So
Netflix.
we'll be able to buy new lights for the social room.
That's good. That's really our purpose.
I have a special
now we're ready
purpose.
For the next step. Right.
Anybody know how words work?
Consider material, audience, and purpose thoroughly, then write, then edit.
Then ask permission.
Now, what does editing mean?
I'd ask Coronet the same question.
Well, let's see how Jack and Alice and Clyde handle this essential of effective writing.
I'm guessing not very well.
How's this for a newspaper story?
Wait a minute.
Finish my Sudoku.
There. All right, what have you written?
New lights for social room. This week, Principal Hanson gave his permission for new lighting fixtures to be bought for the social room.
Oh boy,
The
stinker.
present old-fashioned fixtures are inadequate, tending to produce glare and... You don't like it.
Well, we don't love it.
Well, Clyde, it's all right. Except, well, it doesn't make me interested.
I don't think it says the kind of things that that matter to the audience.
Ooh, very meta.
Maybe we'd better think more of our audience and what we want them to do. What's supposed to happen when people read this newspaper article?
You're supposed to be scared and consume
Well-
more media.
It should start out interestingly so they'll read it. And after they've read it, let me think.
Something about lights? I don't know. This
We
is
want
hard.
the folks who read this to understand about the lights and the party and to become interested in Bright Light Night.
On Hulu.
We want them to talk about it, to start making plans for that evening, to buy tickets. I guess the news story should emphasize the party more. Let's see.
How do you spell party?
Here's an angle. This week, Principal Hanson bought the first ticket for Bright Light Night,
On Showtime.
a carnival of fun with music, games, and refreshments to be held in the social room October 10th at 8 p.m.
Proceeds of the party will be used to buy new lights for the social room.
No.
Bright lights, bright fun is the slogan announced by the planning committee.
Stupid.
It's an all-school carnival for an all-school project.
Oh, come on.
Now it's beginning to sound right.
Time to overthink
In
it.
that way, the article will stir up interest in the party.
Wait a minute. Before you start rewriting, help me decide which sketch plan to finish. What do you think of this one?
I don't.
Admission tickets for Bright Light Night may be purchased here.
Fees apply.
I don't know. When I imagine that poster, I don't think anybody would bother to read it. It seems to say the right things,
Not enough clip art.
but the words aren't snappy enough to suit a poster.
Not an effective poster, anyway.
Maybe this one's better.
Ha ha, very funny.
Hey, gang, let's go. Bright Light Night.
On Voodoo.
Get your tickets here. That sounds good. Can you imagine this one on the ticket booth?
Apparently I
Well,
can.
it's snappy and interesting. People would really notice a poster like this.
I can't help but notice the words are slightly different.
They'd buy their tickets, too. Because this poster uses the kind of words you catch on to right away.
English ones.
It seems right for a poster. It's right for our audience, and it's right for our purpose.
What about material?
Looks like poster board to me.
Oh, yes.
From the imagination of Tim Burton.
This poster isn't really complete. It ought to have the price of the tickets on it.
And the date and the time of the party.
Yes, it should. Well, I'll make a new sketch and make it neat.
And make it complete.
Yeah,
Then we'll
thanks.
have really considered material, audience, and purpose.
And posters.
You know, these rules are really helpful.
Well, let's be sure we've applied them to my announcement. Here, this will be read in all home rooms a day or so before Bright Light Night.
On YouTube Red.
It's sort of a last-minute reminder. Let's edit it
All right, come on, Clyde.
to make it more effective.
Cue the off-screen editing noises.
So editing means going over what you have written, idea by idea, and word for word.
Yeah,
Checking it with others as to material, audience, and purpose.
that's the gist. Yeah.
Editing is the final essential in writing effectively.
That's a good idea, Clyde. And I like your suggestion too, Alice.
But you're fired.
Now I know how to rewrite this. It'll really be an effective announcement.
All right, I'm going back to work.
Me too.
Where's that delivery guy with our tacos?
Well, they're finished editing the announcement. But let's see what Jack first suggested.
Hello, Mr.
Last
Police.
call on Bright Light Night tickets. Get them now before it is too late.
Hashtag FOMO
Does that make you think about the purpose of going to Bright Light Night?
on Amazon Prime.
Does it make you want to be part of the fun of Bright Light Night?
No, but it makes me want to recycle footage from dating do's and don'ts. Or is it going steady?
Does it remind you of how much the social room needs to change this to this?
If I say yes, can we wrap it up?
Look at this announcement carefully.
I did it already.
You know the essentials of effective writing. See if you can revise and improve this announcement. Edit this copy yourself.
What am I, an unpaid intern? I don't do punch-up for exposure. Hey, and another thing. Doesn't this school have some kind of custodial budget to do things like install a light? What, do these kids have to negotiate and fundraise for hard floors and oxygen, too? Thanks for watching. And hey, if you want all the fun with shorts, please check out my Patreon, where you can get early access to every video, free goodies, and starting now, a bonus Patreon exclusive episode every month. All that for a pledge of as little as $1 per video. Thank you, patrons. I'm crazy about you. I love you. Bye.